How's it, guys? Welcome to the fourth episode of Laduma's Diski Dads. Today we are speaking to what I call a Diski Dad OG. And why I say that is because he's been there, done that, got the formula, got it right. And today he's here with us to speak about it and also to share his experiences. Please help me welcome Ramon Dolly. Ramon, thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us, also for welcoming us into your beautiful home.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure with you, coming on very long.
Very
Yes.
long. The one question that I always start off the conversation with is to ask, how does it feel to be the father of Keagan Dolly? And with yours, it's slightly different because he's achieved everything he's achieved. Had possibly one of the most decorated careers from a South African perspective. How does it feel for you sitting here at this point in time?
It was it's still nice seeing him on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
This time it's like it was when I was younger, like under 10.
Yeah.
We still go all out watching him. So it's really something where we can't get used to it because of football and where he comes from and how it started. And yeah, it's like I really proud of him and something good.
If there's one thing, and I think more so because I know the journey, if there's one thing that stands out for me is that this journey hasn't been without sacrifice. And I say it because starting out, there wasn't always provision to get to the things that he needed to get to.
Yes.
Then at the age of 13, you have to sacrifice letting your son leave your house, putting him into the care of other people, all in hopes of him fulfilling his dream. How difficult was it? Or what was it like making those kind of sacrifices to get him to where he is?
Yeah, it was tough. Always like said, it wasn't something where we mentally or even emotionally prepared for. We always wanted him to go to a good development structure, good academy from Westbury Arsenals to. So eventually we made it to the School of Excellence. And it was really tough, more on the mom side and his sister than for me. I just told him to man up now. And always it was his decision. We didn't really force him in to say go to School of Excellence. We always wanted him. And the thing is that also motivated him to leave the house at that age was Stephen Pinar. He also did kind of the same route from Westbury Arsenals moving on to the School of Excellence. So that thing was good for him in a way where he could wanted to be like Stephen. Was his idol, his role model. So it made it easy on me for seeing where Stephen came through. So I could also know it's good for him to go there. Yeah.
They say for any soccer player, your first coach is probably your father. Your coaching would start in the house.
Yeah.
More especially if you have brothers. With him, he has a sister. But how then did you manage to find the balance between being a coach, where you are strict and there's certain demands put on him, and then also being a father where if he falls and gets hurt, you are the one to pick him up and kind of
yeah. It was a where when I also remembered earlier, I thought of Clive Barker. 90, I think it was 96, 97. We met most of the Bafana players. At Sales House in town, in Joburg, right?
Joburg,
yeah. So he was like, I think Keagan was 4-3. Then they signed a post of Dr. Kumalo, and then Coach Barker, the late coach, say, yeah, this boy look like he can be a football player. So that also put something in my mind. Say, the coach, and you know how was it back then? And we used to love football.
Yeah, yeah.
Growing up, I was a big Chiefs supporter. But the thing with, then that put something in my mind to say, the coach said you're gonna be a good soccer player.
And this wasn't any coach. This
No.
was the 1996 AFCON winning
They
coach.
won it, yeah. And I think that was after the tournament were on, and then they went to Sales House, and I don't know, do you know Sales House?
No, it was before my time. I was 2 years old at the time. So.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, then I met a team there, and then took pictures. They signed some nice photograph of Dr. Kumalo, and then there when it came into me, this boy must be a football player. And he didn't push it, but then growing up, I used to tell him, oh, this is how you do it.
And used to show him also.
Yeah, there was a time.
Yeah.
I think it was like 6, yeah. And then there was no markers, no nothing. Then behind
all these fancy things. Yeah.
Behind the flat, we used to pick bricks, and then you had to dribble with the ball. So full bricks, like making a whole grit or something for him to just be busy. And and if you knock like a brick, you're gonna hurt your toe. So he was more careful not to get hurt than doing the exercise. You see, but it was actually a pleasure for me coaching him at home. And being strict. It was really where I come from. I didn't want him also. So I think the football, the soccer thing, kept him away from a lot of things outside. And I even went as far as coaching the school team. His school team.
Following him in primary. Everest Primary.
Yes.
And you were the coach of the Everest Primary school team.
They were under 10 and under 12, I think.
Okay.
So then the coaches, the teachers loved me, and they just wanted me. Even like with Raven, same way. Going just for them. I think also the coaching thing faded away when he started being a professional footballer. When he started,
where your coaching was no longer But then how does your role change then? Because now you're not his coach anymore. But when he's at a bad game or it's a tough day at the office, he comes home to you.
It doesn't matter where it was, when we do it on a phone or what. With us, how was my game then? Straight with him. You did this wrong. You had to you have to learn how to do this way, go that way. Just give him advice and sit, and you could have listened.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, how was it received?
Because he really took it when I said something regarding his game. And don't be afraid. Don't this. Since a young age, I think I stopped coaching him when he went to the School of Excellence, because then we had the good coaches there. So I was just giving advice or shouting him because he could have done better. So
when does the spark go off in your eye where you look at it and you say that this can genuinely be a career for him? I think any football father wishes that their child makes it. But there's a moment where you look at him and you say that.
Because I know a lot of quality boys. They didn't make it. Right. But for me, where I saw is when he was playing still Westbury Arsenals, and then it was Safa League.
Yes.
Not GDL now, right? And we used to play against the Pirates and the Chiefs, and we Westbury, but we got hiding. But he stood out, and he was the younger one. Because me and my late cousin were the coaches, so we always gonna give him a chance to play.
Sure.
In the under 13s and so on.
Where he's younger at the time and he was playing.
He was like 11, and the other boys were 12 playing. Others just turned 13 playing under 13 Safa League. And then we used to bring him up like second half, and then the opposition would come and say, hey, this boy must come, The parents of other teams could have caught, because he was just so short, and call him and say, yo, keep up the good work. You must play here, you must do this and all that. And then once on a school game, a teacher of opposition gave him a 20 because that was like a man of a match award for him. And then with all the positive talks around after a game of him when he was still in development, Then I thought this boy can make it, man. He can be a professional. Can make it.
Yeah.
With always good talks about. He's just, I think, my fear was he was short, but he grew.
Because in your family, you look at it, nobody's really like,
tall.
Yeah.
But also, that thing, that like the spark you said, with all the positive talks always after small games and that, and parents and other coaches or even referees could have come up to me and say, "Is this your son, your boy?" And he was just this height, man.
Yeah.
And then that they said, let's work on this. Maybe he can make it. Yeah.
Crazy thing is that when I had started my journalism career in 2016, the first interview I did was Keagan Dolly, and I spoke to his mother, and at the time she spoke about just how difficult it was, because I think you had just started a job. She had to kind of balance running around, and there was no secret of what your financial situation was at the time, where you literally had to sacrifice so much of your own stuff to make sure that to make sure that you guys attend these games, especially now when he started becoming a bit more prominent in the school junior national teams. How difficult was it at the time to kind of make those sacrifices?
Yeah, firstly, when he just made it to the School of Excellence, I know more of Johannesburg because of him making the School of Excellence. I didn't know Tembisa, Ivory Park, or just to mention a few, because on a Friday night I called him and I asked, where are you playing tomorrow? Then he was gonna say like Tembisa. Where's Tembisa? And by that time there was no cars. I used to take like 2-3 taxis just to get on time for his game, wherever it is. I just go to town, Joburg, ask where can I get this taxi, where's the rank, get in a taxi, go support him. So it was a lot of sacrifice, but it's something where we don't regret, or we loved doing it. It was also something different for me now. As a parent, as a father, it's not just chilling in Westbury around. Now I see out to go on a Saturday and go support him, traveling and just making the best of it. And it was nice. Now and then the whole family we go.
All of you in a taxi.
To support him. It was, I think it helped him also. It's good. Supporting your children is the best thing you can do.
100%. And if we fast forward, we go. So he goes from the School of Excellence. They then have their issues. School of Excellence, else is there, and he doesn't complete at the School of Excellence. But then I think he forms part of Elspak Tawana at the time, which was...
Yeah, it was the late Dumitri. And there was another guy, is it Sudesh Singh? He was also part of the development or something at Sundowns. By that time, and he was, I think, Keagan. We didn't finish the school. He had like a year or two to go, and then Sundowns wanted him to go play for them. And I didn't even know the school allowed him when they didn't have games on the weekend, and Sundowns have friendly games or practice games. And then they took him there during.
So you would go play okay.
So the thing, they came and they even came to the flat and they wanted him and they just promised high and lows. You know how it goes. So and then but it wasn't really our decision. He wanted to go. I asked him many times, numerous times, do you want to go to Sundowns? Don't you want to finish the school first? No. And I think the thing is because most of the bigger boys at the school, they left the year before to Sundowns. And when they come collect him to come play that practice games, he played with them. And it was like he's already home there because he knows most of the boys who left the school before. So he was like, no, I'm going. That was him, the late Dida, Pom, and Matlatse. So all of them, they went to Sundowns, and it was up to him. I couldn't say, no, you can't go because of the school. They promised high and low better than what the school's giving. So unfortunately, he decided to go. And it was all right. It was a good few years with Els Paktawana. But the problem is they promised us so much things, but they moved to, what is the?
Potchefstroom.
Yes. And then there they formed that Els Paktawana. Because I think it was something with the varsity team and something there. But they did well. He did well. But there was no supervision really there. But then they came back somewhere here to Soshanguve. Also another place I didn't even know existed.
Didn't they go to school?
Yeah, also there. There. So that was the thing that really made us question Sundowns. To say they promised high and low better than the school, but then Els Paktawana decide with no supervision there or house father, and then again here Soshanguve, other place, all black school, only colored. But luckily for him, he understood
vernacular. He spoke all of the languages. He's so quite good when it comes to language.
He was once the teacher there, African teacher there, the school, that school in Soshanguve. It was crazy, but it was all right,
Would you say that made it easy for you guys to make the decision when the time came to say that we aren't continuing with Sundowns, we see a better future for him at Ajax? Because from outside, doesn't make sense. He's on the verge of making the Sundowns first team. Sundowns have money, we can't lie about that. And now you're taking him away from that environment and you are taking him to Cape Town.
Yeah, but I remember it was a game he played for M Tigers also after Els Paktawana, and then they moved to Soshanguve. So they played a game for M Tigers, he played. And I don't know what really happened there. After the game, he called me, no, I'm done. I can't stay here anymore. Because it was a build-up at Soshanguve, where they stayed, the food they ate. It was the whole thing. It was not just football that made us or him not to want to be there at Sundowns at that time again. So he said he want to come home, he's done. So I asked him, are you sure? I can come fetch you the next day. I had to also hire some guy with transport and get to Soshanguve, took him. And mind you, that was October, the beginning of October. October he was here. November he was here. Because he finished school also that year. So he was here. December, January came. He went down before Ajax came down to, so it was still Ajax came down before Spurs.
Before it was Spurs.
So he went down, they flew me one day down with him and introduced me to the coaches and the whole setup and walked me around and let me see. And I liked it, he loved it, he wanted to be there. And then he stayed there. And they came back for pre-season in January. And then remember, Sundowns didn't bother no more. Right. But then they heard he came up as a sub one game against the Verts, that's no more.
Okay.
And he did well. And then next day, I think they went to go play Tucks. And then we also went on. And then the following day, and then I think it was Trot Moloto, he called, Mr. Dolly, Keagan, this and this, and you know the story. Then I just like, hey, uncle, you didn't bother, Sundowns didn't bother for 3 months.
For 3 months,
asking where's Keagan, is he alive and what. Now you heard he's there. But anyways, I'll speak to him if he wants to come back. We'll see. But then he made it there, and then they went to go play another tournament in Amsterdam.
Euro football was the name of it.
Yes, and he did so well. He did well, and then he came back, and then he played that game against
Man United.
Yes, and then also we had a good game, and from there they wanted him. They gave him a contract. Sundowns was bugging me the whole time, and then after a few years, I think they bought him back.
They did. Before we go there, there was a time whilst there was at Sundowns where he went on trial in Spain.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of people know that.
No.
And I think you still have pictures from that trip.
Yes,
Or
Atletico Madrid.
At Atletico Madrid.
Remember, we had one boy there, Robin Ingalande.
Ingalande, yes.
Sundowns, with that Sundowns team, I think they went to Spain twice. And they played tournaments there, some tournaments. Yeah. And they took Robin there. And then the following year, they invited Keagan to come.
By himself. It was only him that went.
Yeah, no, with Paul.
Yeah,
but he was the only one
from the team.
For 2 weeks assessment or something. But the problem was this: I think he was just 16, 16, and it was winter there in Spain. Snowing and cold. So also for him to adapt in that time, it was difficult. And then the coach and I think it was a youth development head of development or something. He liked him, but that following year when Keagan had to go back because they wanted to revisit and he must come. And then that guy, that coach got sacked or fired or he went for another job. So everything just died there. Yeah, but he had a good 2 weeks there. Good experience for him.
So the thing with Keagan is that he made it professionally quite early. He was a teenager at the time of 18
when he signed with Ajax first contract.
18.
Yeah.
At that time, you're still essentially a kid. You're very much a child, especially to your parents. Could be that you are a professional player, but you're still very much a child.
Yeah.
How do you guys then treat him in the house? Does he do stuff that other children do? Does he wash the dishes?
I don't want to exaggerate, but still today, Keagan is our son, our child.
Yeah.
Even
with all the success,
with everything we listen, obviously it's not the same. He's a big man now. He's married, 2 children. But
kids,
I like your question was when he was 18 and the professional contract came in and he started he was still our baby boy, our son. Yeah. Nothing of that one. I could have called him if let me just rewind to the School of Excellence. If a coach or a teacher called me to say Keagan this, Keagan that, I call him that boy, I shout him on the phone, he cries. I'm meeting him already. He knew. So he was very disciplined. So in what you asked, he was still our child. Even when he moved to France, when he went to Sundowns, he was still a very humble son of us at home. Nothing of professional or you earn money. We can't tell you. No, we still tell you and you still listen. That's how it was still now.
I want to ask you that. So he plays for Ajax and knocks it out the park. Let's be honest. He did extremely well. Wins PSL Young Player of the Year. And Sundowns come again.
Yes.
And I think they bought him and then loaned him back
for a year.
For a year. And then he does well. But what prompted the decision for you guys to say that we are going back to Sundowns?
It was by the time Sundowns was just becoming the real Sundowns, remember? With Coach Pizzo, winning stuff and that. And then someone had to talk to Keagan to convince him in a way he's gonna play. He's not gonna sit on the stands on the bench, right?
Which is what was happening to a lot of young players
when
going
moving
to Sundowns. They called it career suicide.
They used to say so, They used to also made some statements, other supporters, when they heard Keagan is going back to Sundowns.
They said he's killing his career.
That was the main thing. His career is over. But then he showed up. He proved them wrong. The honest star, I think.
The honest, the only star still, today.
And he was a big part of
CBD and also of the team.
The Sundowns, So that was the thing. And obviously, Ajax, by that time, wanted to also sell. It's big money. Sundowns is willing to pay for one of the boys that was there by them for a few years. So, they paid big money and he went back and he did what he
what
asked.
he did.
Yeah.
The one thing that in doing this series I've picked up is that more often than not, the player who makes it,
Mhm.
right, is then blessed with the opportunity to change his family's financial situation.
Yes.
I picked it up having spoken to all these other dads, and it's literally where we now are in a much better financial position than we were
Yeah.
before. Was it a
What,
case with you guys?
with us, yeah, especially the move when we went to Sundowns so long. Things changed a bit for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a
you
good way.
yeah.
Financially, where we could have now afford to drive a car, not to say pick my bag, but a car.
The car,
For
yes.
us coming from traveling with a train, with 2 taxis, a bus, 3 taxis, even going to work in the morning early, using taxis.
Multiple
So
taxis, yes.
when you ask, yeah, it changed a lot with few things. See, in our house we bought, moving from a 2-apartment flat, everything changed. Changed for the good for us as a family. So yeah, it changed very quick. You can say quick.
but like you're saying, it changed for the better.
Yeah.
It helped, and also it was a way of your sacrifices paying off.
Yeah.
Not that you invested in it with the hope
to pay back
yes.
the money. No, it wasn't about pay back
It
the
wasn't
money.
about pay
No,
back
it's your
the money.
son. You want him to fulfill his dreams. Then you just push him to get there in all the good ways you're supposed to. And he also is I think as a son, knowing where we come from, where he come from, he had to say, I'm gonna pay back the money. Or so just buy my parents' house, car.
Which I think is a dream
right.
for any child, any colored child, any black child. You want to do that. You want to give your parents a better life and then make sure that they are taken care of.
Sure.
Another crucial decision comes, and crazy thing is that at the time there were stories running around that you had gone to Sundowns with a gun. I was laughing when I heard it. I was laughing when I heard it, but there were challenges in him leaving Sundowns to go to France. I know there was interest from Greece. There was interest from France.
Yes.
That was a decision you guys had to make as well, because one of Keagan's dreams, having won, a lot of people don't know, but Keagan won almost every competition in South Africa, including the CAF Champions League, including the CAF Super League. I think the only thing he hasn't won is the MTN.
Yeah, I think, it's the MTN,
Which speaks volumes about what he was able to achieve. So now he's ticked all the boxes in South Africa. It's time to take the next step.
Yes.
But there was challenges in that. And then at the time, there was a rumor going around that you were there, guns blazing, and to get him out.
The people is crazy. How can you do that in your right head?
Yeah.
So the thing is, that's what happened is, remember the Olympics came also up just before him.
Where he was the captain.
Yes. So then Rio. So he set a platform for himself in the CAF Olympics, even in the PSL locally.
Yeah.
So obviously there's clubs abroad that start knocking.
Monitoring, yes.
Right. And then Olympiacos was the first team that wanted. And then we told them the buyout clause is this, and they agreed. Yes. And then boom, everything was fine, and then everything wasn't fine again. So there was the stories that, no, that's a wrong contract, it's a wrong buyout clause. I don't know how wrong can it be if we sign
that contract
for that amount and everything. But we had a big fight with Sundowns for him to go. But then Olympiacos said, we're not going for that amount. So they
for the new
out.
Amount.
Yeah, so they pulled out for the so-called new amount buyout clause. But then Montpellier just came and said, hey man, but we want the boy. And then it was still a thing for us to wrestle a bit to them, but eventually, and the gun part, there was no guns, never involved. How can you do that? You won't get out of that gate when the cops will wait for you outside.
True.
I mean, this is not a thing where you had to hit a gun for someone or for anything.
Yeah,
it was just always verbal communication.
I want to speak about Montpellier.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's a dream move. You go to Europe. They have a history of winning the league. They won the league a few years prior to him going there. Katle Khompela was there. He was obviously a big signing, like you said.
Yeah.
They came, paid the fee Sundowns wanted. There was no
Close,
yeah. How would you sum up the Montpellier stint from a father's perspective? I know Keagan has spoken about it at length, but we've never heard your perspective.
Are you like referring to the playing, or
the entire
staying,
thing, the playing, the staying,
city, the country?
Yeah, what you was experiencing?
Okay, for you, I think when he got there, he was well known, a superstar. Obviously, you have to go show yourself again.
Starting from scratch, that side, yeah.
But for him, no excuses. There were for that, I think 4.5 years.
4.5 years, yes.
Yeah.
From 2017 to 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like 4 coaches, or 4 coaches. The one that
signed him.
Yeah, he didn't last very long.
I think five games. Something,
and then a new one came with 2-3 of his own players. Kind of in Keagan's position also, but familiar with them. He didn't know Keagan really. So and then the injuries also. And then a third coach came and another coach came. So it was a thing where he couldn't find his feet at the time. Come to Bafana, got injured also for the country. Then he went back, had to sit out again. And then by that time, the guy who in that position is shining, doing well.
Yeah, he's doing well.
So he had to start always working from scratch, working hard to get back in. And then when he just get back in, the coach leaves. You see, new coach comes. So that was more of the struggle for him. The football-wise, it was fine. Just the coaching and the team where he can't settle. Every time he thinks he's settled, coach
something changes,
injury, something changes.
They even changed his position at the time. He was playing as a left wing back.
For a few games.
For a few games, he was playing as a left wing back. Yeah.
But for me, he coped well regarding the language. He learned it. He can speak not fluently, but
enough to communicate.
He can. So and then because we also went like 3 times to France.
France, yes.
2 winters and 1 summer. The winters, my guy, it's not the winters from here.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, but what else? The culture is nice. Everything. It for any footballer's dream. You can go there to France, to a city like Montpellier even. It's very nice, and me, I lock the doors then. They say you don't need to lock the doors. They say, hey, where I come from, we pop up.
You have to
lock everything. You can't just leave you like here. So they said, no, it's fine. And young girls at night walking around,
have the freedom
with
to do
phones and stuff, not worrying who's coming, like our place. So that's all the things, and clean, very clean also. The city, very nice. But for him, his football, that really hindered it. The injuries and the coaches. That's my take. Coming and going. I don't know.
I think the one we'll close off with is Chiefs. And why I say that is because there's always been a love story between the Dolly family and Kaizer Chiefs.
Yes.
You said it at the start of the interview that you were always a big Kaizer Chiefs fan. The Clive Barker story where they signed the autograph was one of Dr. Khumalo,
was one of my
Chiefs
favorites,
hero. And then for those who don't know, the flat where you guys loved, on the door you had stickers of Kaizer Chiefs.
There was one room, remember when the Soccer Laduma came out? There was always a poster in. And by that time, Chiefs was the guys. There was always, every week, kind of Chiefs players in big poster. Where we used to face the whole full day in his room.
So then when the Chiefs move happens, I can imagine for the family.
Yeah, we were very excited.
Dream come true.
True.
And looking at it, How do you guys feel? Because I can imagine for you as his father, it's a fulfilling feeling that my son is now playing for the
But
team that I grew up supporting.
supporting, yeah. It was a dream come true, even for him.
Mm.
He was also a Chiefs supporter
Yes,
growing up.
yes.
Like myself, growing in a house with my granny, them, all Chiefs supporters, most of them.
Mm.
And then him growing up in our house, also Chiefs
Chief
support. So
supporters.
it was something good. It's just, I don't know, should I say the way it ended? Or it where I think it could have been better. Or becoming like a legend. I don't know what does it take nowadays to become
To
a
become
legend.
a legend.
In
Yeah,
a
yeah. It's
TC.
a word that's used very
Yeah,
loosely.
yeah, for any reason you can say you're a legend.
You're a legend.
So
yeah.
I would wanted him to be a legend of Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Maybe in his career there could have few more years
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
win stuff with them. 2-3 stuff to at least major trophies.
Mm.
That was the plan for him and what I thought can happen. But unfortunately,
why would you say it didn't happen? Obviously, everyone has their version of it. Everyone has their reasons.
like winning, being a legend, staying longer,
getting to where you would have loved to see him.
Yeah, finishing off. Yeah. So things didn't happen. Like I said, it's just supposed to be like that. Or I don't know. I can't say excuses or blame someone or blame anyone, especially in this industry or something like football. So yeah, it's one of those things. We have to just also maybe ask what went wrong or why didn't it go as planned maybe, or as we thought it would.
It was last year this time. Last year in August where he left the club.
Yeah.
And his first interview, fortunately, was with me. And he had spoken about the pressure he received, where he wanted to do so much, he wanted to overcompensate. Then there was the talk about his salaries. How did you guys find that?
Okay, first of all, I would salaries and that's his thing. Since Ajax, where he started earning money, that's his thing. That's none of my business. First of all. He's happy, he signed a contract, we agree, and that's it. Fine. So, people, or as the fans and the media supporters, they can just say something, and another one say the same thing, and another one, and then the media starts